Hi, I am Gonzalo, founder and managing partner of Faraday. And today I wanted to introduce you to Faraday Europa 1, our European venture capital fund or flagship investment vehicle, with which we want to provide investors with access to the promising European venture capital ecosystem and returns. We at Faraday are convinced it is the best historical moment ever for obtaining extraordinary returns for early-stage venture capital investors. And we believe our strategy, resources and unique advantages represent the best tools to access these returns for interested investors. In the following minutes, I will summarize 1. The external factors leading to the strong momentum for early-stage venture capital. 2. Our team, resources and track record. And 3. The unique advantages of Faraday against other venture capital firms. I will then very briefly explain the most important practical details of Faraday Europa 1 for interested investors. Okay, let's kick off by explaining why we believe we are in the best historical moment to invest in venture capital, in particular in Europe. There's been 3 strong macroeconomic or exogenous factors which lead to this situation. The first one would be the 20 years we've experienced since the probably dot-com bubble of strong penetration of technologies and internet and mobile devices in households and companies. We have seen how many other customer acquisition channels at the end of the day were created in order to bring service and product to all these connected people and companies. And nowadays, if you have the right product, the right service, and know how to segment your potential client base, you are able to grow faster than ever if you know which are the customers that need your solution, thanks to this hyperconnectivity. The second big factor would be, I believe it is very much related with the last financial crisis, where we had all across Europe an immense movement towards creating accelerators, incubators, and trying to bring the correct tools for wannabe entrepreneurs for their own education, training, finance, and having access to building their own companies. And we have seen an enormous increase in the programs, entrepreneurship programs, in the public-private initiatives to support finance or mentorships the European innovators ecosystem. And today we believe we have a huge critical mass of entrepreneurs that have the right skills, the right education, and the right tools to bring their companies up into the market and to make them grow quickly, as opposed to 10 years ago in Europe in particular. And the third and last and the biggest movement would be our actual crisis, the pandemic. So it is not only a financial crisis where unemployment and other typical factors of economic crisis allow new companies to have access to cheaper talent and more opportunities, but also it is a crisis in which behaviors, both for the consumers and the business part, have changed very deeply and very quickly. And we are seeing a new wave of necessities, of threats, of aspirations, both from the B2C and B2B side that need to be solved and to be catered for. We believe that we are in the best possible moment for new companies that have no legacy to understand the real and new problems that we are experiencing and to attack them through technology and to reach their needed customers through the connectivity that we have been able to construct during these 20 years. So we believe that if we are able to detect them, we should be able to participate and help some of the most ambitious entrepreneurs to revolve or to create new markets in this new era. Okay, and who are we? What is Faraday? And why us? Let me give you a bit of background on us. Faraday Venture Partners is the main private investors club in Spain. We've been here for 10 years nearly now. We were born in summer 2011, so we've been investing here in Spain, and we've started last year in other countries over 9 years now, with very good results. I will now explain. What is our mission? Every company has a mission and a vision. So our mission when we were born after the last big financial crisis was fostering entrepreneurship and investment in innovation. We wanted to create new vocations, business angel vocation and entrepreneurial vocations with which to surpass or confront the situation in which we were at that moment. And we were in deep need in countries such as Spain and Europe of a vibrant, nascent venture capital ecosystem. Okay? And our vision was a vision to become a Europe-wide venture capital firm, which will not conform itself to investment vehicles such as funds, but will also bring the possibility to business angels to come along the ecosystem and to help not only financially but also with their contacts and knowledge the network of portfolio companies that we were investing. So we developed our investment strategy through a club model in which our partners or clients, investors, pay a fee, an annual fee, in order to have access to the deal flow and decide in which startups and how much to invest in each of them from our selection of companies to invest. If they invest, we become their shield and sword, and we defend their interest and enhance and actually empower their invested companies through various mechanisms, but our focus is commercially, helping them bring more sales to their own companies. To our partners, our clients, our investors, we charge a 2% annual management fee on their investments and a 10% success fee on the benefits obtained on their investments. Up to date, our team is composed of one managing director in each of the countries we are present, which are Spain, Germany and Benelux in the next few days. We have one deal flow manager, full-time as well, which is coordinating our efforts with our analyst trainees, 3 of them, 1 per club. We have a strong operations team with a chief operating officer and 3 members of the operations team covering the finance department, the compliance department and the interlocution with the regulators and the communications department, thanks to whom I'm bringing you this information. And in our nearly 10 years of investment experience today, with our nearly 260 partners today, we have invested over 13 million euros, experienced 5 exits, 3 of them in the last year, 2020, bringing our global liquid internal rate of return up until now, I mean through these 9 years, up to 17.38%, which are very good results, not explained by only 1 exit, and excellent service to our club partners, which brings our recurrency, meaning the partners that from year to year continue to invest with us at over 90%, 90% year by year. And we are very happy about that. Why are we different? What is Faraday's advantages against other venture capital firms? I was telling you that we have developed our investment activity through a club model in the last 9 years, and the combination with this club model with the new fund and flagship investment vehicle makes up for important synergies that provides higher potential return to both fund and club investors. The first one of these synergies is an augmented investment capacity. It is very obvious that if the fund is invested an amount and the club is investing more or less the same amount in an entry investment, basically we have twice the negotiation rights, and we are therefore able to have a stronger position in the entry in the companies that we invest in. Another more important one, and not that obvious, is the preferential subscription rights. Basically, we have already a historic portfolio of over 20 companies, and we will continue to invest after the first entry tickets from Faraday Europa 1 from the clubs. This means that if any of this ancient portfolio or new portfolio goes really well and goes into another round of financing, Series A, Pre-Series A, Series B, that we believe it's a very attractive investment opportunity, our investors from the fund will profit from these preferential subscription rights and will be able to take on the preferential subscription rights the partners cannot use in the next rounds of financing of the best of our startups. That provides us with a more ample universe selection for the most important tickets of our fund, and therefore with the highest potential return. And a last and possibly even more important synergy between the fund and club models is the commercial empowerment program. What does that mean? Our members from the club, or investors and partners, have been very proactive these years in order to help their own invested companies to reach their commercial goals by presenting them to customer targets, obviously. This has worked very well in the B2B and enterprise in particular segment. What we've developed in the last year is an incentive scheme with which our partners that help our startups reach the strategic commercial targets, they will earn a success fee depending on the commercial relation between our invested company and its commercial target that has been presented by this partner itself. This allows us to leverage the force of our 259 members across clubs in order for our companies to reach their commercial targets. And remember, these companies are the same companies as the ones that will be invested by the fund. This helps fund investors have in very important number of very well connected and powerful individuals across Europe to empower commercially their invested companies through the fund, which are the same. Up until now, what have we been able to do with our club model and our investment activity? We've been able to invest in 31 companies. From them, we've had 5 bankruptcies, 5 companies going bust, but also 5 exits, 3 of them in the last year, 2020. Taking everything together, we've been able to deliver over 17% IRR, global liquid IRR, actually 17.38% of global liquid IRR without taking into account unrealized gains, only liquid gains and losses. And today we are very happy because we've had a first close of our European Venture Capital Fund, in which many of our club partners have participated, and ourselves are committed from the investment management firm 800,000 in this European Venture Capital Fund, Faraday Europa 1. I wanted to provide you with some practical aspects of Faraday Europa 1 now for interested investors. First thing is we've just very happily had our first close of the fund on the 31st December 2020 with over 8 million euros in commitments from nearest investors, partners from the club mainly, and some first family office. Ourselves, the investment management firm, we are investing 800,000 euros in the fund, and the subscription period has just started then. We have a 12-month subscription period from 31st December 2020 to 31st December 2021, with some commercial advantages for early investors. So it is a reduced management fee entering now than entering the second semester of the year, for example. About these management fees, we charge 1.75% annual management fee for the 5 years of the investment period, and 1.25% for the 4 years on this investment period on effectively invested capital. We also have a success fee of 20% that we only charge above a harder rate of 8%. So our investors need to have a minimum IRR over the 9 years of the investment vehicle of 8% before us taking any success fee on the profits. The disbursements, even if the minimum commitment is of 100,000 euros, we do not require these 100,000 euros in the first year of the investment period, obviously. We require during the 5 years at the following rate. So the first disbursement would be of 15%, 1/5 of the commitment, then another 15% 1 year after that, then 20%, and then twice 25% and 25% in the last 2 years of the investment period. Okay. The timing, the predicted timing means that by the 4th and 5th years, the first disbursement, reimbursements will take place. Hopefully by end of year 6, year 7, we will have been able to return the capital invested to our investors in Faraday Europa 1, and by year 8, 9, we hope to surpass a 30% global IRR for investors in the fund. From then on, please do not hesitate to contact us. We leave here an email of contact. We'll be very glad to talk with interested investor or interested wealth advisor, private bankers that would like to know us a bit more in order to talk with their own clients interested in this type of vehicles. Thank you very much for your time. I hope we'll be able to meet and discuss our strategy and the benefits we could provide you with Faraday Europa 1. Thanks a lot again.